Welcome to Gamage Facts. Today, we look at the best assassination missions in Assassin's Creed games. Requiesca and patches. For this list we look at purely stealth-based assassination sequences. Boss fights don't count, and the more elaborate the sequence the better. Before we begin, we publish new content every week, so subscribe to us and ring the bell to be notified of our latest videos. Law Touch. Assassin's Creed Unity reliable reports that an assassin is nearby, that you're his target. The worm, unlike many assassins in AC Latish, has developed a spine. Isn't a guy you meet only once when you're supposed to kill him. You meet him much earlier and spend the next few hours waiting for Arno to finally get the chance to take him out, because he's such an unpleasant character. Oh wait, my lord, the assassins are well connected. You find Latouche, who is the Arnold, manages to break into the large cell where prisoners are held before execution, and he volunteers to be the first to go to the guillotine. By the time Latouche realizes that the top assassin of Paris is heading straight for him, it's already too late. Assassin's Creed, their beacons meant to show us the way, to save us from the darkness of ignorance. No, these scraps of paper are full of lies. Just before the end of the game, Altair realizes that he can't rely on his animus white points alone to achieve his goals, because Joubert enlists the help of half a dozen like-minded people. This mission is so late in the game that the Templars are on high alert. Joubert clearly goes berserk because he burns books that he believes contain dangerous knowledge, and then he burns one of his own men alive for contradicting him. Yes, of course, the Battle of Bunker Hill was one of the most important conflicts during the entire American Revolution, when the Patriots fought the British in the heart of Massachusetts. In real life, Pitcairn was killed when he was caught by heavy artillery. In the game, however, Connor's job is to break through enemy lines and take out Pitcairn by sneaking through the advancing British troops while the colonists are delivering suppressive fire. Then it's an elaborate tree platforming sequence until you finally make it to where Pitcairn is holed up. Connor jumps out of a tree to make an aerial assassination attempt, while Pitcairn sits on a horse and steals the horse for himself and then makes his escape. Lucy Thorne. Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Good day, Miss Fry, I'll take that. For much of the Syndicate, Lucy Thorne is positioned as Evie Fry's nemesis, while Jacob causes chaos throughout London. Evie is on the hunt for pieces of Eden, and Thorne is always there to knock her head off, although there is an exchange of blows between the two early in the game. When it finally comes time to take Thorne down, she must visit the Tower of London, London's historic palace in the prison at the heart of the city. I waiter, you're not going to like this idea because you're facing Miss Dawn. She enlists the help of some royal guards to do this while avoiding killing any of those who aren't on board. The unique kill comes when Evie fakes a capture and is able to take Thorne out when she least expects it. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. My god, why have you forsaken me? Murda, what cross is Pietros? This mission is masterfully crafted, and the story finally takes Ezio to the Roman Colosseum. We always knew would be a play about the death of Christ is being staged, and Ezio's task is to take out the guards, infiltrate the performance, kill his target Micheletto, and save Pietro, who is playing Jesus. All this must be achieved in just 5 minutes, with an elaborate platform sequence and multiple targets to hunt down. Technically, Micheletto isn't finally finished off in this mission. Ezio has to leave because Pietro was actually poisoned. Nicoletta finally meets his end off screen at the hands of Caesar. Posing as a Roman soldier to take part in a biblical game is a Julian Ducasse. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. As one of the most notorious pirates of the Caribbean, Edward Kenway bears some responsibility for his comrades in arms in nerd duels, which is why the only problem he has is that the ship is piloted by arms dealer Julian Ducasse, who must be taken out so that Kenway can claim the ship for the pirates, who are as bold as a musket ball and still have a business. It's a long sequence in which he sneaks through the jungle, skulks across white beaches, dodges guards, and jumps from cliff to cliff until finally reaches the huge galleon itself. Kenway climbs onto the rigging and jumps to strike from above in a glorious assassination attempt. A bull naked Assassin's Creed, but I didn't hear it behind my back. Well, I did hear it, and I guess I can never forget it. Known to many as the Merchant King of Damascus, Naked invites the people to his lavish palace for what appears to be a party, but when Naked reveals that the wine flowing from the opulent fountain is poisonous, an extremely sinister encounter occurs as Naked turns on his own subjects, whom he has also stolen from. You don't even know why we fight the sanctity of the Holy Land, you'll say, or the evil inclination of our enemies, but these are lies you tell yourselves. It's very satisfying to give Naked his just digestion by taking out his guards one by one, and then finally the man himself. He'll no longer mistreat the people of Damascus, a lesser evil for a greater good. We're the same. Charles Gabriel Sivir. Assassin's Creed Unity. You mean a dagger in broad daylight as I am struck down where I stand sends a powerful message. I will do it my way. The Assassination of Sivir was the poster child for the Unity stealth mission, prominently featured in promotional materials. Sivir has entrenched himself in the Notre Dame Cathedral. While the revolutionary crowd rages outside, it's a very difficult building to infiltrate and even more difficult to navigate once you're inside. But it's worth it in the end for one of the franchise's most iconic and unique kills. Arnaud takes a position in the confessional of Notre Dame and waits. Sivir arrives and confesses his sins, whereupon Arnaud stabs him through the wall of the booth with the hidden blade. We wonder if the Catholic Church will forgive Arnold for murdering in this sacred space. Francesco de Medici. Assassin's Creed 2. Francesco grew up as a nobleman in a town ruled by the nouveau riche Medici family. He was taught to hate the middle class and its social climbers. He's the main antagonist for much of Assassin's Creed 2. He's the corrupt nobleman directly responsible for framing and executing Ezio's brothers and father at the beginning of the game. Ezio spends the better part of a decade taking out one scapegoat after another until he comes across Francesco. He undertakes a violent attack on a rival nobleman, Lorenzo de Medici. Lorenzo asks Ezio to kill Francesco, and Ezio gladly complies. He infiltrates his compound and eventually takes revenge on him. He then hangs Francesco's body from the roof as a warning sign, mirroring the audible executions at the beginning of the game. John Elliott's son. Assassin's Creed Syndicate. The Syndicate's greatest singular kill comes early on when Jacob Fry is tasked with sneaking into Lambeth Asylum to eliminate the mad Dr. John Elliott's son. Elliott's son is crucial to the Templars' control of London, as he's responsible for the intoxicating sedative syrup used to appease the populace at the asylum, where he can take the place of a corpse on a medical gurney. He's then wheeled to Elliott's son as he prepares to demonstrate trepanning, the archaic practice of drilling a hole in someone's skull to release bad energy. But in the end it's Elliott's son who gets a hole in the head from Jacob's hidden blade. Do you agree with our selection? Don't forget to stick around and check out our other videos on Gamage Facts.